Look at the screen. Look at her. Around her, a chaotic storm of red and blue digital static rages helplessly. It is frantic. It is loud. It is the visual representation of panic, of shattered plans, of a world that is moving too fast and achieving nothing. But look at the center of the frame. She sits upon a massive, heavy cubic throne of dark, unyielding metal. She is the emperor. She is the architect. And she is completely, utterly still. On June 8th, the system experienced a massive, violent collision. A strict, uncompromising 90-degree angle formed between the sun, your core vitality, your ego, your immediate desires, and Saturn, the heavy, immovable lord of time, karma, and structure. In astrology, we call this a square. In the architecture of reality, we call it a systemic stress test. If you felt like you hit a massive, impenetrable brick wall on or around this date, you are not alone. If your carefully laid plans were suddenly canceled, if a crucial deal fell through, if a person you relied on suddenly pulled away, or if the universe looked you dead in the eye and handed you a cold, hard no, you were not cursed. You were audited. The events of June 8th were not a punishment. They were a necessary, brutal friction designed by the architecture of reality to test the structural integrity of your life. The collision has already happened. The impact has landed. But what we must talk about today is not the event itself. We must talk about the shockwave. We must talk about the consequences, the aftermath, and the exact timeline of what happens next. Because the dust of this collision will not settle overnight. And how you sit upon your throne right now will dictate the reality you experience for the next 6 months. To understand the aftermath, you must understand the nature of the forces that collided. The sun is your light. It is your ambition, your forward momentum, your urgency. It is the part of you that says, I want this and I want it now. Saturn is the absolute opposite. Saturn is gravity. Saturn is time. Saturn is the heavy, dark metal throne you see before you. Saturn does not care about your timeline. It does not care about your ego. It only cares about one thing: structural integrity. When these two forces square off, the illusion of speed is violently shattered. You cannot outrun a Saturn transit, and you cannot charm your way through it. The immediate aftermath of June 8th creates a specific psychological environment. Right now, you are likely feeling a profound sense of exhaustion, a dense, heavy fatigue in your bones. This is not mere physical tiredness. It is the feeling of your internal operating system attempting to process a massive denial of access. You may feel a strong sense of isolation, a sudden realization that the people around you cannot carry your weight, and that ultimately, the architecture of your life is your sole responsibility. Saturn doesn't break what is strong. Saturn only breaks what is false. This is the golden rule of the shockwave. Everything that collapsed around June 8th, every plan that failed, every connection that severed, every expectation that was disappointed, was fundamentally flawed. It lacked the necessary density to survive the next chapter of your life. The universe did not deny you out of malice. It denied you because your foundation was compromised. The no you received was a protective mechanism. It stopped you from building a skyscraper on a swamp. So, how long does this heavy, restrictive atmosphere last? When does the digital storm of frustration finally recede? You must understand that a Saturnian event does not operate on a 24-hour news cycle. The consequences of June 8th are unfolding in 3 distinct phases. Phase 1. The immediate echo. Days 1 to 14. We are currently in the acute phase of the shockwave. For the next 2 weeks following June 8th, The debris is still falling. This is the period of highest frustration. You will feel the urge to force things to happen. You will want to push back against the resistance, to send that angry email, to double down on a failing strategy, to try and break through the wall using sheer willpower. Do not do this. Do not fight the wall. If you try to punch a solid steel structure, you will only shatter your own hand. This is the time for radical acceptance. The door is locked. Stop rattling the handle. Phase 2. The structural integration. Weeks 2 to 6. As we move deeper into the summer, the heavy emotional frustration will begin to fade, replaced by a cold, sober clarity. This is where the true work of the Emperor begins. You will start to see why the plan failed. The flaws in your business model, the unspoken resentments in your relationships, the unsustainable habits in your daily routine. They will become illuminated by a harsh, sterile light. This is the period of the audit. You will be required to meticulously dismantle the broken pieces and draw up new blueprints. Phase 3. The next horizon. The 6-month arc. The ultimate consequences of the June 8th square will define your trajectory for the next 6 months, leading up to the Sun-Saturn opposition. The decisions you make right now, in the heavy, uncomfortable aftermath of this transit, will be the foundation you stand on through the end of the year. If you use this time to build ironclad structures, you will emerge untouchable. If you spend this time complaining about the unfairness of the delay, you will remain trapped in the digital static. Let us speak directly to the ego, which is currently bruised and bleeding. Human beings are deeply conditioned to view a delay as a failure and a rejection as a reflection of their self-worth. When the June 8th transit hit and your reality answered your efforts with a resounding no, your ego interpreted it as an attack. You must completely rewire this perspective. You must adopt the mindset of the sovereign. Imagine you are the CEO of a massive, multi-billion-dollar enterprise. A junior project manager comes to you with a blueprint for a new bridge. You look at the math. You see a critical structural flaw in the support pillars. You tell the manager, "No, we are not building this. Go back and fix the math." Are you attacking the manager? No. You are saving the company from a catastrophic collapse. You are preventing a disaster. Saturn is the ultimate CEO of your reality. The resistance you are facing is not a rejection of your potential. It is a rejection of your current methodology. The universe is telling you that your current level of discipline, your current systems, or the people you have aligned yourself with are not capable of holding the weight of the success you are asking for. If your business stalled, your systems are too fragile. You are relying on motivation instead of process. If a relationship cracked, the boundaries were poorly defined. The foundation was built on convenience rather than deep, shared values. If your health or energy crashed, you have been running on borrowed solar energy, neglecting the dense, physical requirements of your biological machine. The aftermath of this transit demands that you stop taking the resistance personally. Become completely indifferent to the emotional sting of the delay. The Emperor does not cry when it rains. The Emperor builds a roof. How do we survive the aftermath? How do we navigate the heavy gravity of the next 6 months? We abandon motivation, and we embrace discipline. Motivation is a solar concept. It is fire. It burns bright. It makes you feel euphoric, but it requires constant fuel. When the storm hits, the fire goes out. Motivation will not save you in a Saturnian aftermath. Discipline is a Saturnian concept. It is heavy, cold metal. It is the dark, cubic throne. Discipline does not care how you feel. Discipline does not require inspiration. Discipline is doing the required action, whether you slept for 8 hours or 2, whether you feel happy or deeply hollow. To embody the Emperor, you must implement the following protocol immediately. 1. The protocol of radical silence. In the face of delay and frustration, the default human reaction is to complain, to vent, to seek validation from others. Stop. Cut the cord to the chaotic digital storm of public opinion. Silence the noise. Keep your plans, your failures, and your restructuring completely private. The sovereign processes grief and frustration in absolute silence, transmuting the heavy energy into concentrated focus. 2. The audit of the foundation. Take a brutal, unemotional inventory of the area of your life that collapsed on June 8th. Where were you cutting corners? Where were you hoping for a lucky break instead of relying on a guaranteed system? Identify the exact point of structural failure. Write it down. Do not attach emotion to it. It is simply data. 3. The commitment to the micro-action. Saturn moves incredibly slowly. You cannot rebuild the empire in a day. You must commit to the smallest, heaviest, most dense micro-actions. If your grand project was delayed, what is the one, unglamorous, boring administrative task you can do today to strengthen the base? Do that, and do it perfectly. There is a profound beauty in the energy of the Emperor and in the harsh lessons of Saturn. When you stop fighting the restriction, when you finally accept the heavy, demanding nature of building something real, a massive shift occurs within your psyche. You stop being a victim of circumstance, floating helplessly in the digital void, and you become the anchor. You will realize that the delay was a gift of time. The rejection was a gift of redirection. The heavy gravity you feel right now is simply the necessary pressure required to crystallize your ambitions into physical reality. Diamonds are not formed in light, airy spaces. They are formed under crushing, inescapable pressure, deep within the heavy, dark earth. The consequences of June 8th are your pressure. The next 6 months are your forge. Do not look for an easy way out. Do not look for a shortcut. The timeline has split. The frantic, glitching neon path of the masses, the path of quick fixes and constant anxiety, is fading away. You are stepping onto the heavy golden bridge. You are taking your seat on the throne of your own reality. Embrace the cold, iron discipline. Accept the heavy weight of the crown. You are no longer building for tomorrow. You are building for eternity. The contract is sealed. The architecture is flawless. Now, remain perfectly still and let the storm burn itself out against your unbreakable walls.